All right, I'm recording this now because I see the stream is just acting up just a bit, and I want to make sure that you get a hold of this. So if you don't mind, I'm going to start over because I see my stream is kind of acting funky. So, hey everyone, I'm Carol J. Dunlop, your online wild strategist with CSI Corporation, and I'm coming to you talking about the one surefire way to stand out from the crowd, and that is with podcasting. So, if you've been on here for a minute and the stream is just acting crazy, I apologize, but I am recording it, so if it acts funky, I can post it later. So of course I'm getting all green now. So you got to do those extra things. When you do stuff live, you just never know what's going to happen. So we're talking about why podcasts. Anyway, podcasts are just taking over the world. They have been for a long time. It's a way for you to get up close and personal with your audience. Either you can do it video podcast, just kind of like what I'm doing right now, or you can do an audio podcast. There are several different things that you can do, but podcasting just helps you and just get, like I said, up close and personal with your audience. It helps them get to know you, like you, trust you, and then they start buying from you. Now, there are some huge podcasts out there that have, I don't know, millions of downloads every day. There are podcasts that have one or two downloads a day, but it doesn't matter if you've got thousands of downloads or one download. It's a way for you to build your authority and your expertise. And if you're just starting out and if you just have a few downloads, that's okay. We all got to start somewhere. So then you just build it up. I mean, I built my Fit for Life radio podcast up to over 10,000 downloads every week, and I just did it once a week. And the Unmarket Your Business podcast is creeping on up there too, honey. And the key is to just sticking with it. Just keep putting your message out there over and over again, doing what you do, being your brilliant self, and people will start to follow you because they will resonate with what you're doing. They will understand what you're doing. They will want to be a part of what you're doing, and they'll look forward to you coming into their home, into their phone, into their computer every single week. And as I said before, you could do a video podcast. Like this could be, I could really rename this whole Monday motivation thing as a podcast and say that I bring it on YouTube every week live in a video format. So this could actually be a podcast. I just don't call it a podcast. You can do an audio podcast, and you can put it up on iTunes and Spreaker and Stitcher. I'm trying to think of all the things. TuneIn and all the other different platforms that you could post it on. Because right now, Unmarket Your Business podcast is actually streamed to 7 different platforms. Now, I'll be able to think of them, right? iTunes, Stitcher, Spreaker, Blog Talk Radio, SoundCloud, TuneIn, and, of course, YouTube. Because I actually take the audio podcast that I do on Thursdays and I convert it to a video and upload it to my YouTube channel. So the thing is all about getting out there, seeming to your audience that you are everywhere, all the time. They can't even, look away for a second without seeing you. That's the impression you want to have. And of course, you're not actually everywhere all the time, but if you do your podcast regularly, you come on, you talk, you're there, you're actually putting out some good content and great information that your audience want to get and want to be a part of, then they can't help but notice you. Then people are going to listen to you. Your audience is going to say, oh, there she is again. There they are again. Let's see what they're talking about. Oh, I can't wait for their podcast to come out. So that's why I podcast. And then the second point is, what is a podcast anyway? Well, I kind of explained that a little bit. It's really just you coming on. It used to be just audio. You talking to the audio. It's just like, think of it as an internet radio show where you don't have to, go through these gatekeepers who won't let you have a show or try to hold you back from keeping your show. Because now, if you can get to the internet, you can have a show. That's all it is to it. You can use YouTube. You can use Blog Talk Radio. You can even do it live from Stitcher, Spreaker. You can do it instead of being live. You can do it recorded. You can use your regular phone here. So just take your phone and record your audio, upload it to iTunes and distribute it that way. Or you can, set up your own studio where you have, just make sure you have a very good audio, and you can do that in your phone or your iPod or your iPad or your Android device, and just make sure you're recording. And then if you don't, and then what you can do to edit it and really produce it and make it wowzer is use Audacity. Audacity is totally free. You can download it back up. I think you go to just to audacity.com. If it's not audacity.com, just put it in Google and look it up, and it will lead you to the website. Download it. It doesn't have a little learning curve on it, but it's nothing that you can't do. It's going to probably take you, a concentrated amount of time. I would say within a week, sometimes in a couple of days. It depends on how you want to get into it. And you can learn how to edit, how to cut out the ums and ahs and the silent parts, and just keep rolling. And don't think that you have to be perfect when you first do it. I certainly wasn't, okay? I am very comfortable doing video and audio and things like that, but I wasn't when I first got on there. I didn't even know what I was going to say. Just get started and do it, and you learn as you grow. And then we talked about how you can podcast. You can do it live or recorded. I personally like to do it live, even with all the things that come up with live and, stuff doesn't work and things cut off and all that. I still like doing it live. And that's because it just saves time for me. If I do it live and then it's done, it's on the, I have my Blog Talk Radio show set up that it's automatically sent out to all these different places, so I don't have to worry about if you do it recorded, and if that's your forte, that's fine. But if you record it, then you got to go back and edit it. You're going to want to take out more stuff. You're going to spend so much time editing it. It's going to churn your brain, I'm telling you, but some people like that. So hats off to you if you like that. And then you got to upload it. So I started this YouTube motivational thing out that I was doing it live, and then I had some issues, so I was like, okay, I'm going to step back and I'm going to record it, and then I'm going to bring it, and upload it. God, that took me forever. I was like, no, I'm going back to the live thing, and if it doesn't work, hey, it just doesn't work. That's how things are. So I actually talk about podcasting in Chapter 11 of my book, and you can see my book right here, and you can get the first 3 chapters free if you go to bit.ly/3 free unmarket. Yep, bit.ly/3 free unmarket. You can get the first 3 chapters of the book, and if you like that, I will encourage you to go ahead and purchase the book. I mean, you can get the Kindle version or you can get the paperback version, and you can read all about how you can get your podcast going, how I did my podcast. I have the exact examples in there of the equipment that I use, how cheaply I got it started. I just told you that Audacity is free. YouTube is free. I think I spent $50 at the hardware store to get my equipment, and hey, you can do it too. And you can be out there in front of your audience, letting them know who you are, letting your audience know who you are, what you're available to help them with, how you can solve their pain, and how they can connect with you. And the bottom line is to get clients from that. So I wish that for you. And that's all I have for today. Thanks for hanging in there with me. Like I said, the stream's giving me a little trouble, but that's okay. We got the message out, and when I go back and listen to it, I'll see how it is, and if it's kind of funky, then I will definitely upload the recording. So thanks, and have a great day. Remember to go and get your copy, the first 3 chapters of my book, Unmarket Your Business, 10 Ways for Savvy Entrepreneurs to Stand Out, Stop Struggling, and Start Profiting. And you can do that by going to bit.ly/3 free unmarket. I will be sure to put that link in the comments below. So I'll see you next Monday. Thanks a lot. Bye for now.